Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Doodle Robot, and today I just thought I'd take you along for an experiment. I'm doing an experiment, so I thought I'd take you along for that. I just saw on Hanna's channel, she was combining two videos. She was doing my my color challenge, which was colors of the world, the markers mostly. That was the challenge. It's to all people. Feel free to do it. It's up on my site, you can see it. But she was combining that with, I had asked her, and maybe other people did too, I don't know, but I had asked her to show me how she used some gel crayon in one of her books, and she said she buffed it out. So I'm like, it looked great on her pictures, and so she combined two videos to show that, and it was sublime timing. Thank you, Johanna. I appreciate it because I was going to get Silky gel crayons out this weekend and do that. I was going to do something slightly different, but, now I'm like, oh, I'm going to try that. It was very instructional. So I'd actually tried something like this before, and it was really, really hard to do. I tried it in Rita Berman's winter book here when I first got my Silky gel crayons. And I wanted to blend from one light color into the next, into the dark, and I did it with Q-tips. It was really hard. So, and it didn't, I thought it would save time, but there was a lot of going over it, and, I don't know. I had just gotten Silky gel crayons, so, I mean, it looks okay. I think it looks fine. But I haven't revisited that technique just because I found it hard and the Q-tips hurt my hands. Now, when Johanna was doing it, she was using different gel crayons, although I don't know, in my opinion, they're probably all the same. I'm using the Silky gel crayons, those are the only ones I have, although I saw some cool ones on her channel and I'm going to get those. When this airs, it will probably be a couple of weeks, as I have kind of a backlog of videos that I've shot recently. So her video is a couple weeks back. I'll try to remember to link it in the description. And like I said, I'm using Silky gel crayons. I decided, and I'm in the coloring book. We're in abstract boho coloring book. This is by Ali Plitt. I may or may not have said that correctly. And we got a Silky gel crayon, and I have these long applicators, eyeshadow applicators that I got for my, oh my gosh, what are they called? Hold on. Jane Davenport palettes, because I tried using small applicators, which just hurt my fingers. So I'll link these in the description too, because the last time I showed these, like 5 people asked me for the link, and it was already in the description. So it's in the description for you. I'll be sure to link them if they're still available. These are nice. They're much easier than the short things. They don't hurt your fingers if you're doing it for a long period of time. Now, I specifically bought these boho books to do acrylic painting, but I knew I wanted to do some other experimenting in them. And so, since I just woke up today, Saturday, and I got to watch one video, exactly one video, and then my cell service went out. So, Johanna, it was your video, so thank you, where she did the buffing thing. And so I'm like, I'm going to try that today, because I was, like I said, I was going to get up and use Silky gel crayons today in these books, but I was going to do it with this and then do some stenciling on the top, but I'm like, oh no, I'm going to try this. So it works really good. I'd say it's quicker than painting, not by a lot, but a little bit quicker than painting, although Johanna does it very much faster than I do. And I got out my washi tape to put around the border, and these are the only washi tapes I have right here. Are my lights even set up good for this? Probably not. They're set up to be zoomed in, which is kind of pink and purple and grays variety here. And I'm like, I can finally try the washi tape trick that everybody does and I've never tried. So those are all the washi tapes I have. But I don't particularly like this one with the words. I would never use that. So I use it for masking things off. But I want to show you how easy this is. So we're going to zoom in. Let me fix my light back where it needs to go for the zoom in. How simple and easy it is. I'm just doing pink because that goes with, I just compared my washi tape to the my Silky gel crayons, and I found one that works good. There's a little bit of trial and error here going on. I did do some little experiments here on my paper with the blue, and this is actually 3 coats of the blue. I did it really light, another really light, and another really light. And here I just did, I kind of did 1 coat. I learned that Silky gel can's kind of dry, so when I do the next coat, I'm going to go over it. I also did some with water. These are 2 coats of light water. I was practicing cutting my washi tape for when I put it in the areas here that I want to put it in. But let's talk about like the little buffing techniques. And Johanna used a different supply than I'm buffing with. She has it's round. It goes with like the inks, the distress inks, I guess. I don't have any distress inks, so I don't have that particular supply. But to kind of reactivate my gel crayon here, I'm going to go over it again a little bit. Because like I said, I learned that it dries. So if I were doing this next time, I would actually just put it on as I go, rather than go around and do the whole thing. I like this little eyeshadow applicator. It allows me to be fairly accurate as opposed to using something big and clunky. Although you could use something big and clunky for like the big areas and use something like this for the little areas if you care to go around your areas like that. I like my colors to butt right up to my focal point area. I was trained in art that you don't leave, unless you're doing, you know, Jesus, Mary, or the Buddha or something. You don't leave the halo around your subject matters. It's kind of the sign of an immature artist. Although you could have it go from light to dark, but you know, you still don't leave that weird little halo. I can't get that. I see a lot of colorists do that, and I can't get my art teachers out of my mind saying that, so I don't feel comfortable doing that. But no judgment on anybody. You do you. Whatever makes you happy. It's your coloring book. So yeah, this is like really easy, and I like, it's not flat. It's not like a block painting, which I like to do a lot. It's fairly block, but it's also a little bit modeled as well. And I was trying different things. Here I was trying the brush as well, because at first I didn't realize that my Silky gel crayons had dried. So I'm like, why aren't they buffing out? Because it took me a little while to go around the whole page. But you know, that's why we experiment. I like this book for the experimentation aspect. It's kind of like a Carla Magana book, I guess, except, you know, the shapes are a little bit easier, lend themselves a little bit more to the experimentation aspect. So yeah, so today I'm doing the experimenting with the Silky gel crayon. I have a list of things I want to experiment with in these books. I have a technique I want to try with the Neocolor 2s. Did I say that right? Neocolor 2s. I think I said that right. Of getting them to basically look like a colored pencil application. So So I want to give that a try here. It's a nice easy page to do something like that on. And it's a little light here where I did some of my first experimenting. So maybe next time I'll move on to try to maybe do some kind of morphing of colors, one color into the next kind of thing. But for this, like I said, I'm gonna practice using washi tapes on quite a few of the subject matters here. So let's back up and see where we are. Are we far enough out? No, not yet. Okay. So that is what it looks like. Kind of a buffed out silky gel crayon. Yet another thing to do. Let me see if I can show you that up close so you can see. Nope, my lights aren't good. Hold on. Let's fix the lights here. Alright, hopefully that will help. So it leaves a little modeling, which is rather pleasant in my opinion. I don't mind it at all. Okay, so I'm gonna work on some of the washi tape and I'll meet you back here. It'll kind of be a double experiment. We'll see how it goes. So I'll see you in just a little bit. Okay, we're back. And so I have done some things. I didn't want to take the time for this to dry at the Silky gel crayon. So I fixed it with fixative, workable fixative. Krylon workable fixative. That made it strangely shiny. But then, you know, I didn't want to wait to do the washi tape. Now, the washi tape did pick up some of the gel crayon. I don't know if it's going to be visible on screen. But in real life, you know, if you tilt the book just right, you can see where it picked up the Silky gel crayon or the fixative. I don't know what it picked up. These are my washi tapes that I have. Oh gosh, they just got stuck to everything that I was using. I made a little swatch chart of them. So I was just, you know, playing with various washi tapes. It was both easier and harder than I thought it would be. In some ways it was easier to cut than I thought it would be, and I don't think I cut through the paper anywhere. I mean, there's impressions, but there's no like gaping holes or anything. So that was easier. Some of the washi tapes were harder to see the lines behind them than others. I thought this would have been the hardest, this dark purple one, but it wasn't. The hardest one is the flower one that I've saved. I've saved the last little thing for you to do on camera with you to show how I cut around it. So I've just laid it on there, and I'm going to cut around it in just a second with an X-Acto knife. My favorite one, well, I like this one a lot. It was hard to cut through the little gold dots. Those are painted on the washi tape, and so you had to work extra hard to cut through those. I mean, I like this one too, but I really like this. It's an ombre one, and it looks like that right there. And when you kind of go over it, it makes these cool stripes. It would be cool to use that like on a planet or something. Some kind of planet with rings or something. So I will show you how I kind of cut around the washi tape and peel it up. It's kind of like doing surgery. It's a lot like doing surgery. And then I'll see if I can fix these tape marks off camera. I'm not going to do that on camera. And I feel like it needs something else. I may want to do like a ring, a kind of a double border kind of thing in here with some of the washi tape. Maybe some design elements. I don't know. And then I'm going to go in with some acrylic paint marker and go over the lines and stuff like that. So there's some stuff to be done yet, but we're just going to do, on camera, we're just going to do the washi tape here. How I cut out washi tape on a coloring page. So, let me adjust my lights down a little bit here. I've adjusted all the lights for high, and now I have to adjust them for low. Low camera use. Okay, so let's see. Let's get you in frame there. All right. Okay, so yeah, like I said, this was the hardest one here to cut out. I guess all the flowers. And I could not match the flower one up either. I could match the other designs up, but I couldn't. This was impossible to match up. So, are you in screen? All right, here we go. So I'm just cutting through the tape, not the paper. Tracing around the line, which under this is a little hard to see for some reason. All the flowery patterns, I guess. I gotta say, a lot of washi tape was harmed in the making of this video. You're not gonna be able to be judicious with it. You're gonna have to waste tape. And I don't have a great deal of confidence that this is gonna stay down, this tape. I think I'm gonna go over it with Mod Podge, because I have no confidence that it will remain where it's supposed to. And if you don't have nails, this is kind of hard too. I don't have nails because I teach ceramics all day, so nails are a detriment in that field. And then I'm just carefully peeling it up. You got to peel carefully because sometimes you didn't cut well and you have to go back and cut it a little, or you're gonna tear the tape. But otherwise it's a fairly easy thing. A little time consuming, but I would say not as time consuming as colored pencil. So a lot of these little corners, it doesn't seem like they want to stay down. That's why I think I'm going to go over it with Mod Podge. I'm not crazy about what the fixative did to the gel crayon, the Silky gel crayon, so I don't think I want to use fixative on there anymore. It kind of made it more textury. But I was impatient and didn't want to wait for it to dry. So right there you could see when I peeled up the tape. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I could probably, I don't know, maybe I can go over it with another layer of Silky gel crayon. I'll give it a try and see what happens. It's an experimental page. You know, I haven't done either of these things before, so I imagine there's going to be a learning curve. All right, and there we have the last little bit of the shapes filled in with washi tape anyways. And I don't know what I'm going to do next. Like I said, we'll see if we can repair some of the tape damage to the Silky gel crayon. I'll do some experiments, and you'll see this finished page in my, what is it? September, October pages. I only do them every other month now, so you'll see the finished page there. All right, I thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, whatever it is for you. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.